Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2024 State of the University Address. I want to start today by looking back at 2023, in many ways a record year. It was a record-breaking, record-setting, really, truly incredible year for the university and so many of our students, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends. In the past year, Binghamton received more applications and has more students enrolled than it has ever had. I think that's a testament to the education and opportunities Binghamton provides, as well as the great people and facilities that we have. That's been reflected in the national rankings as well. Binghamton jumped 10 spots in the U.S. News & World Report National University Rankings to number 73 overall. Good cue, Sheila. Donors, friends, and alumni are seeing the value of investing in Binghamton's future. After exceeding our original Accelerate campaign goal, we've set a new super goal of $250 million, $250 million, that we aim to meet by the end of June. Binghamton student-athletes and coaches captured the America East Commissioners Cup for the first time in the university's Division I history. And we have major and transformational construction, renovations projects underway and in the design phase. We've added hundreds of faculty and staff to pursue exciting new research and better serve our students. Simply put, it's a great time to be a Bearcat. I'm going to go through some of these ideas in more detail throughout the presentation, but I also want to plant a seed now. I think Binghamton is in a great spot. The university has had massive success across the board. How do we maintain this momentum? How do we continue to grow sustainably and deliver on Binghamton's core mission of educating students and preparing them for what comes next? As I'll illustrate, the university is in a strong financial position that allows us to maintain the culture of excellence that we've developed. It also lets us dream about a bigger and better Binghamton experience. Binghamton welcomed a tremendous group of students this fall. Our enrollment has continued to grow at a steady pace. We have 18,454 students in total this year, which represents a 3.7% increase over the past 5 years. Binghamton continues to attract a diverse range of students who are drawn to us for our academic offerings, career potential, and a robust student experience. The class of 2027 came from a record 58,400 applications. We also attracted more international and out-of-state applicants. Our 585 new international students represent 50 different countries, including India, China, Turkey, South Korea, and beyond. Incoming students from New York come from all parts of the state, 30% from upstate, 28% from New York City, and 24% from Long Island. It's an academically gifted class. The average high school GPA was 95.9, and transfers had a mean GPA of 3.4. You may have heard about an enrollment crisis that's coming to higher education. We're working hard to navigate through this period while maintaining and continue to grow our enrollment. Binghamton's excellent academic programs and faculty attract our students. The value of a SUNY education makes Binghamton shine, especially for prospective families who are also considering private universities. Binghamton students graduate with relatively lower debt and better career prospects, characteristics that will help keep the university a top destination in an increasingly competitive race for students. Here's a look at how Binghamton's enrollment has grown steadily over the past decade. We've gone from 15,308 total students in 2012 to 18,454 total students in 2023. Continued growth is possible, but it will come with challenges. An enrollment cliff in higher education is coming, meaning colleges will be recruiting from a smaller pool of students. But I'm confident that Binghamton's academic reputation, The programs it offers, its faculty, and the value of SUNY's tuition will maintain the university's status as a premier destination for students. I'll talk a little bit more later about a new lecture hall and classroom space that's coming to campus, but if we plan to strategically and systematically grow our student body, the rest of Binghamton has to grow to match. That means an investment in new faculty and staff, which we're doing, as well as investing in the physical spaces where our students live and learn. Binghamton students accomplish so much during their time here through research, internship, and service. We have thousands of students who deserve mention here, but I want to share a few quick stories to illustrate the wide range of interests and talents that they have. Albina Martinenko and Vlada Lisova, School of Management students from Ukraine, met with elected officials in Washington during a Ukraine Action Summit this fall. They are starting a Ukrainian club, which will hold fundraisers to support Ukrainian refugees and offer assistance on how to apply to colleges in the United States. We also had 3 students, Anna Sanchez-Bachman, Livia Marcela Braga, and Cynthia Tan, who attended the Conference of Parties United Nations Climate Change Conference in Dubai in December. They were joined by Lorena Aguilar, Executive Director of the Kashuk Institute for Social Justice for Women and Girls. The students were able to directly impact negotiations during a global conference on gender and environmental data and played a supporting role in an event that focused on gender-responsive climate action. Our mission as an institution of higher education is in part to prepare our students to be able to make a difference in the world. That our students are making a difference as students speaks to their talents and passion, as well as the opportunities our faculty, staff, and programs provide. 2023 was an exciting year for Binghamton athletics. For the first time in the university's 22-year Division I history, Binghamton was awarded the America East Commissioner's Cup. Thank you, Gene. This award goes to the strongest overall athletic program in the conference based on a system that rewards programs for both regular season and postseason success. Contributions from 17 different affiliated sports helped Binghamton achieve this distinction, including conference championships from women's soccer and volleyball. Binghamton student athletes excel in the classroom as well. They had an average GPA of 3.42 during the spring 2023 semesters. The 12th consecutive semester, the group has had an average GPA of 3.2 or higher. In total, 58 student athletes maintained a perfect 4.0 GPA. Athletics is off to a strong start for 23-24 season. Women's cross country won the America East Championship in the fall. Women's soccer won the regular season title for a second consecutive year. Volleyball was the America East tournament runner-up. Our basketball teams had a terrific turnout for One Binghamton Madness, a preseason tip-off event during homecoming weekend. And men's basketball defeated Lemoyne in the first game of a new rivalry series, the Battle of the Interstate, which drew 3,600 fans to the event center. Speaking of the Interstate, I do want to talk about the roadmap, which has guided Binghamton's strategic plan for 11 years. We will soon be soliciting proposals from faculty, students, and staff to continue to refine and reshape the university's most deeply held values. More details on how you can participate will be shared soon. The Roadmap Steering Committee will evaluate these proposals based on short, medium, and long-term goals and the number of people expected to benefit. Proposals should be focused on work that is related to the existing goals and metrics of the roadmap. These proposals are in addition to the deep dive reports done by the Strategic Priority Steering Committees over the past year. As part of re-aiming of the roadmap in 2021, the strategic priority teams developed proposals to advance each of our goals. Some examples of that process: 1, we improved faculty profiles to enhance our academic reputation as an R1 institution. We created immediate intervention and extended student success initiatives, and we are building a transformative learning community through high engagement experiences. We created a video series, Living and Working at Binghamton. that showcase the university experience as a tour. We developed new strategies to enhance faculty community engagement. And the Division of Advancement and the Binghamton University Foundation received planned giving and data analytics support. We're looking forward to new feedback from the campus community on our roadmap priorities so that they best serve our students, faculty, and staff today and in the years to come. Again, please look for more information soon on submitting a roadmap proposal. Binghamton's comprehensive campaign, Accelerate, will conclude in June of this year. Thanks to the work of our advancement team and some very generous donations, we've reset our goals for Accelerate. Having raised $230 million to date, we've already eclipsed our initial goal of $220 million. So we've created a new super goal of $250 million, but it sounds so much better when you say $250 million. That is a lot of money, and it's nearly 3 times what Binghamton raised during its previous comprehensive campaign. The gifts we've received are a substantial investment in research, scholarships, equipment, grants, and support funds that make exceptional experiences for our students, faculty, and staff. During the Accelerator Challenge in April, we're going to put a call out to the entire Binghamton community to give back to the Binghamton Fund. That's going to be a big effort to get everyone behind the final push towards the $250 million goal. One brief example of the impact of Accelerate I want to share was the $5.6 million gift from the SHHO Foundation. It's the largest single gift that Binghamton has received from an organization. Martha Ho, who received a master's degree in economics from Binghamton in 1978, and her husband, David Ho, gave in support of propelling our research. Their gift will annually and in perpetuity provide $200,000 in seed grants for our faculty. Faculty university-wide can apply to advance current or emerging research at the intersection of health sciences and technology. This is just one slice of the $250 million we aim to raise through Accelerate, but it's going to have a huge and long-lasting role in advancing research on the campus. One tremendous supplement to the final stretch of the Accelerate campaign is a new matching program announced by the state in May. All gifts to the endowments of SUNY's 4 university centers will be matched at 50% through April 2026. In the case of the Ho Foundation gift, Binghamton will receive an additional $2.5 million in matching funds from the state for our endowment. Other large gifts have resulted in significant matching funds as well. The $37.5 million we received to establish the Binghamton Achievement Scholarships and the Graduate Student of Arts Scholarships have boosted us with an $18.75 million match in additional endowment money from the state. With these matching funds, we can do any number of things. We can endow new and existing scholarships. We can use it to hire faculty, add equipment, support internships and study abroad, and use it toward research in other fields. SUNY and the state have put this program in place to advance all of these efforts. Building Binghamton's endowment will help us compete with universities around the country. Increasing research expenditures is a key part of growing Binghamton's reputation as one of the top public institutions in the Northeast. Expenditures have grown significantly, and we're projecting for even more growth, up to $66.9 million this year. You can see 3 distinct levels of research expenditures at Binghamton over the past decade. We were in the mid-$30 million range in 2013. We were in the upper $40 million range more recently. And last year, Binghamton crossed the $60 million mark with $63.7 million in research expenditures. This is a 10-year increase of 83%. And that's a significant leap because research expenditures are a primary factor in how universities are ranked and rated by national institutions. Binghamton first made the Carnegie classification list as an R1 institution in 2019. Based on how we've grown our expenditures since, we've poised well when the list is updated in 2025. The growth of research expenditures at Binghamton also speaks to the talent and the quality of the faculty who work here. Their passion and innovation drives this. The university also understands that it needs to give its faculty the tools to be able to succeed. The addition of facilities like the Research and Development Building at the Health Sciences campus are crucial to making sure that we can continue to grow into the future. A major driver of our growth and research expenditures is the New Energy New York initiative that's being led by Binghamton University in conjunction with partners across the state. In September 2022, this project was awarded $63.7 million from the U.S. Economic Development Administration through the Build Back Better Regional Challenge. New York added $50 million in state support to this program. And in October 2023, NENY was named a battery tech hub by the Economic Development Administration through the CHIPS and Science Act. The tech hub designation can result in up to $60 million in additional funding. More importantly, as the only battery-focused tech hub in the nation, NENY will benefit as the unquestioned leader in the battery technology space. If anyone around the country has a need for battery technology, Washington is going to point to NENY and to Binghamton. NENY also is awaiting word from the National Science Foundation's Innovation Engines program. That could add another $160 million in funding for the project's mission. The NSF team was here in the fall, and all indications were that they were very impressed by NENY's work. As you know, NENY has been spearheaded by the 2019 Nobel Prize winner in chemistry, Stan Whittingham, Associate Vice President for Innovation and Economic Development, Per Stronghag, and Director of Entrepreneurship and Innovation Partnerships, Olga Petrova. Long term, it aims to establish a national hub for lithium-ion battery development, production, and manufacturing at the former IBM campus in Endicott. We're continuing to hire staff, look at facility design and construction, and purchase equipment for this program. It will be economically transformational for the greater Binghamton area and will help us pursue a more sustainable future. The biggest news from this year's financial report is an additional $15 million in legislative appropriation. This is a 33% increase. It gives us $60 million in total legislative appropriation annually. Other than tuition revenue, legislative appropriation is the largest source of state purpose revenue that the university receives. On the next slide, I'm going to share details on how Binghamton is planning to use that money. But this is a positive sign of how our elected officials in Albany are supporting SUNY's short and long-term future. Full details about the university's budget will be shared through the 2018-2023 financial report, which is being distributed in person on your way out today and will be available online soon. The university is in the process of expanding its key faculty and staff to meet goals and needs in key areas, including research, internships, and mental health. We're working to add 36 new faculty members through state funding that came to us in 2022. These full-time faculty members will primarily be in fundable research programs. We're also adding 12 additional faculty members and 46 new staff members with the $8.6 million in state funding that was received last year. Many of these new staff are going to land in areas that have significant impact on our students. We're also using these funds to grow our international internship program from 10 to 25 students per year. Also, students with disabilities are going to receive increased support from additional advisors and access to expanded assistive and adaptive software and equipment. 7 new counselors, psychologists, and healthy campus staff, as well as an expanded contract with a teletherapy provider, are going to give students more direct access to mental health resources. Binghamton is also continuously adding and improving its physical spaces. We're aiming to start construction on a new $60 million lecture hall and classroom building that will be ready by the fall of 2026. The building will be located between Lot M5 and Academic A and the School of Management building. Plans include one 300-seat lecture hall, one 180-seat lecture hall, one 100-seat active learning classroom, and 23 general-purpose classrooms. It will also feature an information commons that will serve as a central hub for students to gather. As enrollment has grown, adding new space for classrooms is essential. And having that additional space is going to give us more flexibility in class scheduling. I also want to update you on several other major and impressive projects. The Field House is starting to take shape next to the Event Center. The Charlene and Roger Kramer Welcome Center, funded by private donations through Accelerate, will soon be opening. A 2-story, 75,000 square foot addition coming to the East Gym that will add court space, a running track, and double the size of our fit space is scheduled to open in the fall of 2025. In Johnson City, the Research and Development Building for the School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences is now complete. That building adds 18,000 square feet of space. Science 3 in this photo is in stage 1 of a major renovation. The Bartle Library third floor renovations will continue through the summer and should be complete this fall. And finally, this summer, we aim to start a significant project to expand the Shenango Room with a second floor that will act as a flexible event space and reconfigured retail dining on the ground floor. We have far too many faculty doing too many incredible things for me to give you a complete picture in this presentation, but I want to share a few highlights that give you a glimpse of the work that they do that inspires our students and makes the world a better place each and every day. Dean Raju Nagaraju and Professor Eric Hoffman from the School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences recently received FDA approval for a drug they've developed that treats Duchenne muscular dystrophy. The drug has been in development for 13 years. Raju and Eric leverage multiple sources of government and nonprofit foundation scientific and research support for this achievement. Ann Bailey and Sharon Bryant of the Harriet Tubman Center for Freedom and Equity received $400,000 in grant funding. These funds will go toward a statue of Harriet Tubman that will be installed at the University Downtown Center. Funding will also support the Freedom Trail Project, which will place 12 historical markers noting Underground Railroad and anti-slavery sites across the city. The Tubman Center is also developing related programming for local K-12 schools. Stan Whittingham, we remember him, was selected as one of the 4 joint winners of the $3 million VIN Future Grand Prize in recognition of his contributions to the invention of the lithium-ion battery. Nearly 1,400 individuals were nominated from 90 countries and territories. The award honors exceptional inventors and researchers who bring significant and positive changes to the everyday lives of people. And Professor Shawn Choy from Electrical and Computer Engineering Department is using a $400,000 grant from the National Science Foundation to develop integrated papertronics. His idea is to create a non-toxic, cost-effective, and biodegradable alternative to silicon and plastic-based components. It would be a game-changing solution to the mounting problem of e-waste from discarded gadgets and single-use sensors. It's important that values drive Binghamton's decision-making. 2 of the key values I want to talk about today are diversity and sustainability. Binghamton has been recognized by Insight into Diversity magazine for its innovations and leadership in diversity. The libraries received an award for their commitment to DEI principles in hiring, programming, and strategic planning. In the fall, Binghamton University was the recipient of a HEED Award for the 3rd time. HEED, Higher Education Excellence in Diversity, celebrates the recruitment and retention of students and employees and overall support for diversity in campus culture and climate. The School of Management's Transformational Leaders Program was named to the list of inspiring programs in business. This 3-year program provides individualized guidance for students from underserved populations or those who face economic challenges. Watson Scholars Program was highlighted in 2022 for being an inspiring program in STEM. Watson Scholars come from economically disadvantaged backgrounds and receive high-impact learning opportunities and academic support. And I'd like to note a very important anniversary. Diversity, equity, inclusion was elevated from an office to a division 10 years ago. The division, thanks. The Division of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion is part of our organizational structure. It's part of Binghamton's DNA. The work done by the division helps us to fully embrace growth and progress and recognize the systemic inequalities that prevent members of our community from reaching their full potential. We are fortunate to have a terrific staff in the division, as well as outstanding partners across the campus, in the community, and among our alumni family, who have helped us build a culture based on these values. The SUNY System Administration and New York State have also been crucial in supporting our efforts. Sustainability is another one of our deepest held values. We've created new initiative to inform, educate, and prepare the university community and the entire area about climate change. Binghamton 2 Degrees is centered on the idea of what changes our area will see if global temperatures rise by just 2 degrees Celsius. It aims to connect faculty experts with members of the local community through festivals, art, presentations, and anything that engages people toward finding solutions. We also hope that 2 Degrees can be a focal point for sustainability and environmental research across different colleges and schools. Binghamton is currently working toward a platinum rating on the Sustainable Campus Index from the Association of the Advancement of Sustainability in Higher Education. The university has received a gold rating over each of the past 2 certification cycles. And a new sustainability office and a chief sustainability officer will help us further advance these goals. So to wrap up, I want to bring back the idea of growth. Binghamton University is doing great things, and I feel confident about our ability to continue to delivering groundbreaking research and a life-changing education for our students. But can we get a little bigger? Will that make us a little better? I can share that in the next few years, the university is planning to test how we can grow bigger and better. This is not a radical plan for growth. We want to stay on a steady and solid path. That's already happening with our graduate enrollment. We had 3,959 graduate students in the fall of 2019. The pandemic knocked us back, but in the years since then, we've added nearly 100 additional students for a graduate enrollment of 4,046. I believe that additional enrollment growth is possible, but we have to be strategic about where the demand is and where growth makes the most sense. So it's going to start with a targeted enrollment gain in computer science and the School of Management. These are areas in which Binghamton is already academically strong, with great faculty, and we know there is strong student demand. We're also going to have to examine what any further growth might mean to how we provide the same level of services to all of our students. Some part of that examination is going to point to our facilities. Do we have enough classroom space to serve more students? Do we have enough residence halls to bring more students here? If we have more students, we'll have to have more faculty and staff to match it. We're doing that now to expand on what we do already. I think we can do more in the future, but we do have to be certain of our revenue sources and how those may change in the years ahead. The idea I want to leave you with as we head into 2024 is that Binghamton is on an outstanding trajectory. Binghamton students are talented individuals who are primed for success. The university's faculty and staff are doing remarkable work that advances our understanding of the world and inspires students to follow in their footsteps. Alumni are choosing to give back to spread access to a life-changing Binghamton education for the next generation. Binghamton is setting records across the board. Financially, the university is in a very stable position. We're primed to grow. All the ingredients are here. A bigger, better, and brighter Binghamton future lies ahead. Thank you. Thank you.